Good afternoon. It's 7 minutes past 12 here on Tuesday, the 31st of December, 2024. As I said, 7 minutes past 12 here in the UK. Welcome to the channel, The Fifth Guardian. I am your host, Tony Hunt, where today I am player of games. But as always, it's not my story. It's not your story. Today's story is competing in multiple series within Real Racing 3 Update 13. And this is part 28 of that mini series. Right, so let's get sharing the iPad screen and let's see what's going on. Because it is a Tuesday, and a Tuesday means a new multiplayer event and a new weekly time trial. So there we go. So new tournament for the online multiplayer and a new tournament for the weekly time trial. And so as a result, there are two cars that are on sale, either to buy or to purchase discounted upgrades. Now, as always, my default position on buying cars is ideally I wouldn't do it. I'd always try to win the car. So if you don't own either of these two cars that are on sale this week, I would probably hold off. So the two cars on sale this week are the Porsche 911 GT3 RS and the Oreca 07 LMP2. Now, I own both of those cars, so it's just a case of going in and see whether or not there's any opportunity to take advantage of the discounts on any upgrades and what potential reward can be had in return. Now, for those that have been following me over the recent few days, since the 25th of December, since Christmas Day, I've effectively switched to a gold harvesting mode within the game. So on January the 13th, the next release of Real Racing 3 or the next update of Real Racing 3 will be released. And typically the first event of a new update usually involves a very expensive supercar. So that's kind of why I normally switch round about now, a little bit earlier than normal, to effectively harvesting gold. So this is technically speaking day 7 of that particular strategy, and I'm already at 720 gold, which I think's not bad at all. My target by January the 13th is to be at 1400, and I've got as good as 2 weeks. So I'm well on course for that. So does that mean I switch my strategies slightly to take advantage of these sales? Let's go in and take a look. So let's have a look first off at the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. And we can see that I do indeed have a few upgrades to apply. In fairness, not many. So that would be wonderful then, maybe. And it's not a massive amount of money. That might be wonderful if it does indeed have an exclusive series. So even though it says GT3, it isn't actually a motorsports car. It's actually in the road garage. There we go. And straight away you can tell because there's no icon there. There is indeed, unfortunately, no exclusive series. So, well, that's disappointing. So let's see what series this car is in. It is in 3 series, so that's not too bad. It's in the Deutsch Dual 3, and that is not at 100%, but the car's way off 76, and I've only got 3 upgrades to apply, and it isn't the top car in that series. So in terms of applying upgrades for this series, I wouldn't achieve anything. So there's no point, which is a shame. Oh, and I've just gone and selected the other car. So let's go back. Let's go into select the car again. There we go. Okay, let's have a look at the second series. So the second series, the Porsche 911 GT3 RS is in, is the Road to GT3. Unfortunately for me, that series is already at 100%. But that car was indeed the the top car. Now, I reckon this car must have been on sale previously for me to have upgraded it specifically to 17.7. That's what I reckon. But I could be wrong on that. I'm not sure. But I reckon that car's been on sale before. Hence why it's at the exact amount of 70.7 for this particular series. And hence why this series is now at 100%. What about the third series, the International Super Coupe Challenge? Bit of a mouthful, that one. It's actually the bottom car in the series. So even though it's in 3 series, there's only 1 series you have the possibility of taking to 100%. Now, I actually do think the car, in terms of discount, it's 45%. That's, oh, I've selected the wrong car again. Let me go back and do that again. I actually think this car is reasonably priced. So if there is some opportunity for you to earn or complete some series, it might be worthwhile you doing that. But you are going to have to do a comparison against the cost of the upgrades and the rewards that you can potentially have. And I don't think it tells you it retrospectively. Unfortunately, not. Never mind. So this car for me, there's nothing to be gained from spending any money, specifically gold. So I'm going to hold off applying any upgrades to that car. Now, the second car in the list is the Oreca 07 LMP2. Now, this is a very unique car. It is a motorsports car. Again, it's got 45% off. But obviously, this time the upgrades are very expensive. So again, same process. Let's go into the motorsports garage this time. Again, the car has no exclusive series to open up. So immediately I'm sort of like going, no, I don't think so. But let's have a look at what series it's in. So it is in Battle for Le Mans and LMP to the 2023 season. Now, just do the 2023 season first, because this one's a little bit interesting. You do need to be sort of careful on this, I think. Oh, no. I won't do that one first. I'll do the Battle for Le Mans first, because this one is the interesting one. Look how huge this particular series is. And there are multiple cars available. And those cars are available at different tiers, if memory serves me right. There we go. So, depending on the state of your series here, you're going to have to be a little bit careful about what's been completed and what hasn't to determine whether or not there's any value in upgrading this car. For me, it's already at 100%. So I don't need to worry about it. But that is definitely something just to bear in mind. You can't complete this series effectively without having all of the cars from memory, because each section has different cars required to complete it. So, so be careful on that one. So now let me go back and select the car again. There we go. And let's have a look at that other series, because we did see that was not at 100%. Now, I think this series is just for this car alone. Indeed, it is. Let's have a look at the time trials. Yeah, there we go. So it's only for this car. So only this car can complete this series. So what have I got this at? So 91.4 to open that, and I'm at 90.6. Now I did take a look, and I think I needed to be at 92.8, I think, overall. Now the engine, 45% off, 74 gold, and then it's $M for the next. So I could get both of those done. And then I think what I looked at is which were the cheapest options of getting to 92.8, which was the tyres and wheels, 63 gold, and the brakes, 52 gold. So overall, it's going to cost me about 200 gold. Let's have a look. So 63, 52, 65, 115. And then the engine, 189 gold. So under 200 gold cost and 31 gold back. So 189 minus 31, that's 158 gold cost. That would still put me on target for 70 gold a day if I was to do that. So I might do that. I'll see how we get on today as to whether or not I will. But there's a real opportunity there to complete another series. I don't think I'll be able to do it in one session. I suspect I'll be able to complete that particular race, and then we'll probably need to service the car. But there we go. Okay. So that's that. So that's there. So there's not a massive amount on there, to be fair. There's not a single car that's on offer in terms of discounted upgrades that's going to allow to open up an exclusive series. Okay, a few people have commented in the chat, specifically on the YouTube side, so I'll go through those. Jose has entered the chat and says, Happy New Year, what's up? Happy New Year. It's New Year's Eve here, but yeah, hope it's a prosperous one next year for you. And Kanishka Padmasoli, now I do remember that name. It says, congratulations. Okay, thank you. He's asking Jose a couple of questions. So there we go. Excellent. Okay, so thank you to both of you for joining. Thank you to both of you for watching and commenting in the chat. Very much appreciated. Josie's asked a question about what race did I do on the 8 times event. So I think really what is available today and what I'm going to make advantage of is we do have 100% fame on all the races today. So the benefit of that is it means you can get a fame level. And for me, if I go up a fame level, I'll get 66 gold. So that's not to be sniffed at. Now, what I did this morning, so effectively 100% fame, so double fame. And then what I did this morning is I did a race in Legend on Endurance Legends. So this is one of the longest races in this game. So being the longest, so long as you come first, you're going to get the highest prize. What I did is I raced the Porsche 919 Hybrid 2014 around the Le Mans circuit for 10 laps, and I hired an agent. So double fame plus double fame equals a heck of a lot of fame. And at the beginning of today, I had almost nothing against. Let me just bring my mouse into action here. So here's the fame. My fame was all the way down here. So just from doing one race with double fame plus double fame, it's taking it all the way up here. So I'm in a very good opportunity to go up a fame level today as well. So Lee's asked the question, can you suggest to me about fully upgrading the Eureka '07 LMP? Now, what I would say there, Lee, is I personally wouldn't fully upgrade this car. And the reason being is simply to do with the fact that there's no exclusive series to open up. Okay. What I would do, if you do have the gold available, and I know you do, is in the LMP 2023 season, I would simply, if you haven't got this up to 100%, I would simply look at applying sufficient upgrades to get to the correct level to complete this whole series. Now, I believe it's 92.8. So at the moment, I've got tier 17 available. I believe tier 19 requires a PR of 92.8. So for me, my car currently sits at 90.6. What I'm going to do, potentially, we'll see how we get on, is I'm going to upgrade the engine, which is a 45% discount. So that's 74 gold. I'll then do a level 5, which is M dollars. So I'm kind of cool with that. And then I'm going to do the two cheapest options, which are the brakes and the tyres and wheels. Now, these only give 0.5 PR increase each, but they are the cheapest option. And between them, they'll take me up to 92.8 PR and therefore put me in a position to complete the series. I think that's as far as you should take it. I wouldn't look at taking the car any further because there is nothing to be gained. Now, the exception might be depending where you sit as a player. Let's have a look, see if it's in the time trial. It is indeed in the time trial. It depends where you sit as a racer in the time trial, because upgrading this car to 100% for you could mean the difference between getting into Group A and Group B. So obviously then that being a difference of 200 gold, that's a whole different calculation. For me, I've been aiming at gold C at the best. So let's say, for example, in its current state, I only get to Group D. I'm only going to get 25, an additional 25 gold to take it up to Group C, but I'll have to spend a lot more money. So again, this is another thing to consider. So possibly, Lee, for yourself, there's an opportunity there. I would race the car as it is, see where you get, and then look how close you are to the next group. And if you feel there's an opportunity of going up a group on top of completing that series, then obviously there's some money to be had, and it's worthwhile investing a bit of that money in the upgrades. That's what I would do. So Jose said he raced an endless endurance, took me 4 levels up. Game took back 1 because of bug, but still got the gold because of the bug. Right? Okay. Yeah. Jose? What fame level are you at? Because I think that might depend on what fame level you are at. So I think earlier on, it's quite easy to go up a fame level, but literally, I would have to be playing for between 3 to 4 hours consistently to go up a fame level. So I think what you're saying there is it is dependent on where you sit in terms of fame level. So basically, every fame level you go up, it then is a little bit longer before you then go up another fame level. But well done. That's definitely how you maximize that 100% fame in all races. So well done there. Okay, so hopefully, Lee, that helped. So Kanisha says, congratulations on completing the series. Well, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Joseph is at 152. Okay, excellent. Yes. So, yeah, I can understand then why you were able to go up 4 level. That does make perfect sense. I reckon I probably would only go up. I probably wouldn't even go up a level. But but I knew that this opportunity was coming along today. So I definitely have put myself in a position of going up a fame. In fact, my goal today is to go up a fame level. But let's get on. Let's do a little bit of racing. Let's start with this. Let's just get a lap in as it stands, and let's see where we sit. Let's take the mouse off screen. Turing Ufnig enters the chat on the YouTube side and says, hello there. Hello. Welcome along. Thanks for joining. Okay. Okay, so no surprise, we do have the full Grand Prix circuit. I think we've got this in the other time trial that's currently running for the Bugatti. Now, I might not do that today, but I will show how things have moved on for me. And I reckon that without even attempting another lap, I'm going to end up in Group C quite easily. But more about that a little bit later on. Now, what's going on here? Okay, so there we go. So where have I come? Got a little issue going on in the background. Let's have a look. Oh, how bizarre. There we go. That's better. Right, so I only got to E. Let's have another go. Ah. Oh, you don't get much closer than that to get 60 gold today. That's a shame. So I'm 0.455 seconds from D with the car on 21 out of 28 upgrades. I'm not going to apply any upgrades just yet. Let's take a look and see what we can do. All right, so at the moment I'm 0.7 seconds up. .8 seconds up. Oops. Well, that's just messed that lap up. That's almost halved. Never mind. But now I can get 0.8 seconds faster. I just need not to mess it up next time. And look at that, I'm back up again. So there's got to be around 2 seconds quicker on this car, just in its current state for me. Okay, so that's put me into D, and I reckon there's 1.4 seconds to catch on that car. There we go. So I'm now into D. And I'm 1.5 seconds away from C. So I reckon I'm close to getting into Group C with the car at its current specification. So if I do upgrade some of the apply some of the upgrades just so I can complete the multiple series it's in, there's definitely a benefit there. But let's just do the final time trial. Not today. I will come back to it, but in this little session here, and because I reckon I've got 1.4 seconds still to have on this car in its current state. Although not driving like that. Okay, so I am catching, but I really wanted to be a second up. There we go. So this is where I gain quite a bit of time, I reckon. Half a second. Okay, so there we go. So that's another improvement. I'm still obviously in Group D. So Turing's put the details of the car overall. The only thing I will say, though, is it's all right the car costing that amount, but is there a benefit to doing it? So I think there's some benefit to applying some of the upgrades. So you complete the series it's in, and obviously that will help with the weekly time trial as well. But I do think you've got to be careful fully upgrading that car, or this car specifically, because you don't need to be at a fully upgraded level to complete the series. And as I've sort of said many times before, is that the main point of this game is taking both the motorsport series and the garage collection series to 100%. So if your investment in gold doesn't help you achieve that, I don't think there's any point in fully upgrading that car. Now, the only thing I would add on to that is if you are at the edge of in the weekly time trial, you are in Group B and maybe you're right at the edge and you've got the potential of getting into Group A and you've got the opportunity of applying some upgrades and it's going to cost you less than 200 gold. Knowing that you'll get an additional 200 gold for getting into Group A, there's a potential opportunity there, a potential benefit. Jose said he doesn't like that Erpin. Well, yeah, fair comment. It is a hard one. 1.242 seconds away from Group C, and I do think there's about a second there. So I reckon if I apply the 4 upgrades that I'm talking about to this car, I will get into Group C. Quite happy with that. So unfortunately, I just missed out on getting to the 60 gold mark, which is a bit of a shame. So I guess I won't get that until next week. Never mind. Right, so next, the online multiplayer tournament. Let's have a few goes at this. So Chewing has also put in the chat, use that card to pass the battle for Le Mans with $M only. So I think that particular series, though, you can only complete certain aspects of that whole series. You do need the other cars to complete the series. But if you only need to spend M dollars to complete the elements with that car, then that's fantastic. As I said, I do think the other series that this car is only in is the key one. Right. What have we got? So we've got 3 cars as per usual: 70.7, 64.4, 57.1. So is that car so much better? 2.7 to 2.54. I'm going to say it is. Just looking at the grip there, it's so much better, and the braking. So it's the Bugatti circuit. Let's see what I can do. I did get the 6 gold from last week, which wasn't a brilliant. It wasn't a brilliant week last week for me in terms of the online multiplayer. But that's good enough. 6 gold is better than no gold. And as per usual, being my first attempt in the week, I'm in the lead. Or was. Somebody else is there. Well, that's interesting. They've got a completely different car. So I can see straight away they've got a car that's quicker, but isn't quite as grippier on the corners. So he's fallen straight back. And as always, somebody unfortunately has had a little bit of a hissy fit. Have you ever noticed that the people that have a hissy fit on the multiplayer online event are never in front of you? They're never in front of you. It's a bit of a conundrum, that one. I can never figure out why that is. So I've got 2 laps to do this in. I am ahead by a considerable amount at the end of the first lap. So there we go. That's lap 1 down, 200 yards ahead. I should win this relatively straightforward. Okay, so there we go. So that's a first. So Turing's putting in all the details of all the cars for the Battle for Le Mans in terms of what you need the spec to. As I said, it is a A very strange series, that one. It's the longest series in the game as far as I can tell. And it's got a massive amount of cars, but it's a bit weird how it plays. It's not that you can use all the cars in any of the tiers. Each tier has a specific set of cars that can be raced in. So as always, I have to wait half an hour for all the other opponents to allegedly finish. Doesn't look as if there's many people in the game at this moment in time. I guess mainly because it's New Year's Eve. It's midday here in the UK, which I guess mean the Americans are probably only just waking up. I wonder if it's going to be one of those races where, in the end, there's only two of us in it. It's taking its time. Good grief. It's like watching paint dry. Not that I've ever done that, of course. Or grass grow, for that matter. But I imagine it looks like this. It's like watching football on teletext. If anyone remembers that from a time long gone. Okay, so we're off. I'm in first position. If I can get another win, I'll exit out and see how much gold I've got. So I'm not overly worried about the two cars ahead of me because they've got faster acceleration but less grip. And the Bugatti circuit is mostly about grip. And somebody, strangely enough, behind me, has had a hissy fit, and I've dropped all the way down to fifth, so I've got a bit of work to do. Let's see what we can do. Well, a little error there has cost me dearly. Let's see if I can make amends. Well, it's not looking good at this point. Okay, so I've got fourth, slight improvement. Let's see if I can work my way up the field. Probably no, because I'm back in fifth. Oh, there we are, into third. So you never give up, on these things. I was all the way back in fifth. You just got to knuckle down, persevere, and remember what you're good at and what you're bad at. And if you made a mistake, where you made that mistake, and don't make it again. Now, I probably won't get second, But I should easily get third. There we go. $51. I've still got some left, so I'll do another race. But let me just exit and see how much gold I've got. I think I could have done a lot better there, but I did make a serious mistake. So 655 with 683 when I go up to 6 gold. So it's the Nürburgring again. It's another track with lots of twists and turns. So I'm going to stick with this car. Let's see how we get on. Looks like I might have to wait half an hour before I'm selected in a particular multiplayer tournament. So Jose in the chat on the YouTube side says, in multiplayer, if you have a penalty, if you put your 2 side wheels off track, you won't get affected by the penalty. I did not know that. But you might be affected by your 2 wheels that are on the grass, effectively. But if I remember it, I'll give that a go. Hopefully I won't go off track, but we'll see. Oh dear, somebody's already left the race. There we go. So I am in first. Let's see if I can avoid making a mistake this time. Oh, it's the shorter lap as well. So I'm 40 yards ahead of second place at this moment in time. So I reckon I'll go up, go to at least 6 gold. If only because everyone else will have left the race at this current rate. Okay, there we go. Well clear of second. 100 yards ahead of second. Oh, almost. Still in first. $140 yards ahead of second. So there we go. So this is going to be a victory. So I do think I only came third in the last race because I made a great big massive error. Not a bad little car, this, and this will be the final race of this car for this particular event for today. There we go. Now he's saying waiting for opponents, but surely they all left. I'm pretty sure it's only first and second left in the race. So I did get first. $85 points. That's definitely taken my tally to 6 gold. So I'm going to aim so much higher than 6 this time. That car's not bad. 740 and I get to 7 gold at 741. But that will be tomorrow's live. Well, we'll make part of tomorrow's live stream because the car has now entered into service. So what's next? Let's go into Road Collection, exclusive series, and I believe I can take the Porsche 963 LMDH exclusive series to 100%. And to some degree, that's why I've sort of not done a great deal on the other car, because they both earn you M dollars, and there is a cap on M dollars. So I've got a cup to complete and a head-to-head. So I'll do the head-to-head first. For those that don't know, I do like my head-to-head. Oh, so Telltale, I guess it's Eruption, was a bit aggressive there. In fairness, I wasn't thinking that hard about taking that corner, but not to worry, I will get this guy. There you go. Ooh. Close, but in the lead. Let's go. There we go. So that's one race down. In fairness, I've only got one race to do, and then it'll be 3 time trials. Okay. So ironically, the head-to-head was Mount Panorama, and the race I've got to do is also Mount Panorama. 6 laps round Mount Panorama. So let's see if I can get first, and that will complete the racing in this exclusive series, and just leave the time trials to do. So, as always, I'll stay out of trouble. I'll just go round the outside while they all try and squeeze in on the inside. Already up to 11th. Make that 10th. Make that 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th. Whoa. Back to 7. In fairness, I'm quite happy with 6 because that will leave me 5 cars to overtake and 5 laps to do it in. And it does look as if I'll get the next 4 on this next lap. Oh, maybe even now. Look at this. We up into 3rd. Made that 2nd. Got a bit of to go though to catch to catch 1st. Do you think that's a rude name? You have to be careful sometimes. They put these rude names in. It's even harder if they do it obviously in a different language. But anyway, there we go. We're catching 1st up. I'm not reading his name out because I'm not convinced. That's a clean name. Okay, there we go. 1st. So on lap 3, I'm in 1st, and I've still got 3 laps to do after this one. So it's likely this car will need servicing after this race, but I'm not going to service it. I'm going to use a car that needs servicing in the free time trials. Because it's not about setting the fastest lap. It's just about setting a clean lap. So I'm in 1st, and I am 300 yards ahead of 2nd, with 2 laps to go after this one. Okay, the penultimate lap. I'm now 500 yards ahead of second. So already an hour into this stream, and I've only just started racing in the exclusive series. Final lap. A 1,000 yards ahead of second. Not actually catching the back markers though. Okay, there we go. Another first. That's the end of the racing in this exclusive series. $66,850. $150,000 still to earn today. Don't service the car. Okay, so this is for 50 gold. Oh. So, time trial number 1, Circuit de Catalunya. It's only the national circuit, so it's another small circuit. Just got to get round cleanly. There we go. 1 time trial done. Not a lot of M dollars earned there. So still got the best part of 150,000 M dollars to earn today. Don't service the car. 2 time trials to do. Next one. So it's the on-road circuit around the Porsche test track. So this is the long circuit, which is fine. It doesn't matter. Just do it cleanly. Oh, went off track. Just might as well just quit it and do it again. Fortunately, I've got unlimited tokens for time trial races as the car is fully upgraded. That'll teach me. Let's try again. Okay, so that's time trial 2 completed. Just one more time trial to go, and I've got 50 gold. Don't service the car. Final time trial, the Dubai Autodrome, and it's the international circuit, so it's a smaller track than the Grand Prix circuit. So this is for 50 gold. Mind you, it's still one of the longer circuits. There we go. That is the lap completed, the series completed, and the final reward of 50 gold. Okay. I'll just hold off servicing the car. There we go, 100%, 85,000 gold as bonus, and more important than that, 50 gold. Okay, so there we go. So now I can put the car into service. Right, so now I'm going to go back to the Eureka 07 LMP2. Let's apply some upgrades. So 74 gold. Ooh. 182,738 dollars. Because I can, I'm just going to finish now, I think. Am I going to finish now? How long does it take? 3 hours 55. Okay, maybe I'll leave that, actually. All right, let me just go off screen for a second. Oops. Put that back on there. Okay, so what I decided to do in terms of the cheapest options in terms of completing the series for this car. So the LMP2 2023 season, as you can see there, it only has the Orica 07 LMP2 in it. So I've applied both engine upgrades. So the benefit of that is the second engine upgrade didn't require any gold. But it is a timed upgrade. So I don't quite have enough PR. And as I said, it looks like I need 92.8 in total PR to have enough PR to fully complete the series. So the cheapest option is to apply both tires and brakes, knowing that when the engine's finished, I'll have enough PR to complete the whole series. I'm not going to spend any more. The reason being is, as far as I can tell, I won't get any more money back for spending money on upgrades. And my view is always it's a balance between cost and reward. Reward being predominantly gold that you earn through the completion of any of the series in the game. So I'm just going to leave that there. So it's a 5-lap race around the circuit of the Americas. And with the car being where it is, it does mean I'll only be able to do this today before I'll have to service the car. Now, there is a time trial in this series, so I'll look to complete the time trial and then I'll race the car again tomorrow, both in the weekly time trial and also take this particular series, fingers crossed, to 100%. Jose is asking, am I under the weather? Do I sound a little bit bunged up? I feel okay, but I can also feel I might have a cold coming on. But I'm not under the weather. I'm okay. But thank you for asking. Okay, let's go. So as always, Circuit of Americas, plenty of opportunity to overtake, but I always like taking that first corner around the outside because you're out of trouble. So many opportunities to overtake in this race. Well, lost it there though. Okay, so I'm into third already on a 5-lap race, having not even completed the first lap yet. So this is looking good for a win. Into second. Is it going to be a race where I get to the first position on the first lap? Looks that way. There we go. So end of first lap, I'm in first. I'm coming up to 200 yards ahead of second. Should be relatively straightforward to win this race. And that opens up, I believe, the remaining series. It might not. I think the last. The remaining tier. But I do actually think the last tier is another time trial, so that might not open up. But tier 19 most definitely will. So that'll be ready to race in tomorrow. There we go. Up, off the track, back on the track. Second lap done. In the lead by 500 yards. 3 laps to go. So my expectation was that I would not complete this particular series. However, I did want to go up a fame level, so I won't end the stream until I've gone up a fame level. Okay, there we go. So that is lap 3 completed in a 1 minute 33.311. Let's see if I can do any better. So I should have this in the bag, well clear of second, with only a lap to go after this one. A little bit slower, 134.7. And we've caught back markers on the final lap. There we go. So that's another first. I think the car will need servicing, but I'll just have a look and see if there's a time trial to do. $54,000 dollars. Still got 85,000 to earn today. Hold off servicing that car just yet. And there we go. So tier 19 is indeed 92.8. But I have to complete tier 19 before opening up tier 20, which is just a time trial. So I will put the car into service. I am, part of me is tempted to part of me is tempted to instantly service and instantly upgrade, and to get this completed today. And I believe I've got enough M dollars to do all three. So let's do it. Let's do an instant service. Let's do an instant. Obviously, I'm using M dollars. If it was gold, I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. There we go. Let's see if we can. Oh, there we go. 92.9 as opposed to 92.8. But that was the cheapest way I could get enough PR to enable this car to be completed. But I won't have no intention of going any further. But what I might do now is have another couple of goes at the weekly time trial. There we go. So that's that one done. In fact, what I'll do is I'll do this first, I'll do this, and I think it was a head-to-head the other race. And then I'll do the cup. So if you consider technically today's day 7, I needed to be at least 490, and I'm at 581 with still some gold to be won today. As it's only one car that I'm racing again, I will take the inside line because I can overtake. Although I did go off track, I think I'm still in the lead, albeit only just. Enrico Deans on the YouTube side says, "Good morning." Hello, Enrico. It's good afternoon for me. It's 1:30 here in the UK. But yes, good morning to you, sir. Welcome along. Thanks for joining. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. So with it being a head-to-head, I do like my head-to-heads, and I am winning. And by doing this as well, because it's the same circuit as the Cup, I'll get an indication about how much M dollars you get on a single lap. There we go. $13,050. So effectively, 60,000 is 4 laps. Well, 65,000 is 4 laps. Is 5 laps. Sorry. 65,000, 5 laps. And that gives me an idea about how many weekly time trials I can do. Yeah, so that's 5. So 65,000 and 180,000. Okay. I might not do that then. I might focus my time and let's have a look at the. Let's do some weekly time trials. So that series will be back tomorrow, I think, to be taken to completion. Let's have a look and see where I am. If I do a time trial around this circuit, now that I've got the car upgraded, not fully upgraded, I've only applied 4 upgrades. But surely I can knock a second off. Well, I'm at half a second. Can I go any faster though? I've still got 0.7 of a second to go into Group C. And I think I might have just messed that up there. This lap up to now has been just a little bit sloppy, to be fair. So I do think there's quite a bit of time to be had. So that is almost into Group C. And I'll tell you, if I get into Group C as it is, I'll be happy with that, I think. I don't see me getting into Group B. That's got to be so close now. Yeah, you couldn't be any closer. Enrico was put, yes, he's here. He's here in Jamaica, and it's morning for him. Very good. I think I'd rather be there than here right now because the weather's out there is horrible, and it's very windy as well. So yeah, I wouldn't say envious, but I think I'd rather be where you are today. But it is what it is. It's a cold day out there. That happens. It is winter for us after all. Okay, I've got to go a little bit quicker. Let's see if I can do it. Just a little bit. Okay, so I've got my 0.2 seconds. Can I keep it now? Can I keep my 0.33 seconds? Oh, there we go. But I am dropping back down. No, 0.3 seconds. Enrico in the chat says, I understand. Very good. I think I would prefer to be somewhere warm today, that's for sure. Oh, it's going to be touch and go if I get into Group C. Touch and go. But I think I've done it. There we go. Group C. That will mean I won't have enough M dollars available. So I'm not going to complete the series that this car is in today. I will complete that tomorrow. But there we go. Into Group C with a car not fully upgraded. I will hold off servicing the car just yet, though. Let's have a look and see how I compare to other people around me. So my PR is 92.9, and no surprise, the people at the top of the list are 94.6. In terms of Group C, yeah, I'm actually doing worse than most people. Although no, I say that. So there are quite a few people at the top that have a PR less than me, but then from position 5 in Group C at this moment in time, everyone else has got a fully upgraded car. So I'm in the mix. Now I would imagine that will drop back, but there we go. What about people in my team? How are they doing? Well, it does look as if, unfortunately, a lot of people don't have the Eureka 07 LMP2. So they're obviously doing what they can with the car they've got. So there we go. So that really is sometimes the key to achieving in this game. It's not necessarily about being the best. It's just that you've played it long enough and you've got the cars. And I think that's an example today. So I'm in Group C. I'm on target to get 50 gold. I don't see me getting into Group B. Maybe if I did upgrade the car, but I don't want to upgrade it anymore. I'm quite happy about where I am. So let's come out. Let's go into the series for this car. So even though I'm not going to do the Cup today, because I personally think I would earn more than 58,000 M dollars, which is available. I'm all about maximizing my M dollars, generally speaking, even though I just wasted 60,000 doing an immediate upgrade and an immediate service. I will do the time trial. Again, I'm not bothered about setting a fast lap. It's all about just getting round and completing it. So I still have 2 tasks left in this stream. One is to take the BMW in the exclusive series to 75%, and 2 is to go up a fame level, because it would be madness not doing, as it's effectively double fame. Now, what I'm going to do is, after this, I'll show you one of the endurance races that I like to do, because it isn't quite as boring as a 10-lap Le Mans. And that's sometimes the problem with doing a Le Mans race, which is when it's 10 laps, which is effectively half an hour of your time. So it's quite boring. So I reckon I can be a bit sneaky with some engineering, an engineer hire and then an agent hire to get this fame level up 1 level and earn 66 gold. And I might do that next before I do the BMW. Okay, so that series is almost at 100%. I've got 200,000 M dollars earned today, not including the 80,000 bonus that I earned for completing the Porsche exclusive series. So I'll service the car now. And so that series is now at 97%. So I will look to complete that series in tomorrow's stream and therefore earn 31 gold. Okay, so next, if I go into the road collection and into the legend section, and if I scroll across, so what I did this morning is I did an Endurance Legends Cup race. I raced the Le Mans 24 hours. I did a 10-lap special, and I hired an agent. So I had already double fame, and with the agent that does double fame, it's effectively quadruple, is how I understand that works. And it meant overall my fame level shot up from being right at the bottom of the level that I was on to almost right at the top. I'm not going to do half an hour racing around Le Mans because I do find it a bit boring. But one of the interesting races I find, which is next door in the Ferrari F14T series, is an endurance series for the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Now, this isn't a particularly long endurance race, but you end up doing about 30 miles, give or take half a mile. And it usually means you get quite a bit of fame. Now, if I've already got double fame, let's hire an agent by playing a video. Let's turn it off. Don't want sound. By playing a video, and all of a sudden I'll get quadruple fame on one race that doesn't last much more than 5 to 10 minutes. I might need to do it twice, which is why I've applied the engineer. But I don't think I'll need to do it more than twice. So there we go. So I've hired both the agent and the engineer. Now that does mean I have to win, and I've got to beat 24.4, and I reckon I can get to 29.8. So let's find out if I can. So as always in endurance, you can only have a maximum of 90 seconds, but I do find it weird how it works. So if you overtake at 80 seconds, it only puts you to 89 seconds. But if you overtake at 79 seconds, 79.5, you get 89.5 seconds. So there is a way of eking out just a little bit extra time. Which I've not achieved there, unfortunately. Okay, so I won't overtake again for this lap. I'll just stay behind this guy here. So that's 2 laps done. It's about 2.5 miles per lap. If I can overtake him, I was trying to get him right at the top end of 79 seconds. I didn't quite achieve that. So this should be the last lap that I have to slow down. And that means I'll be able to do 232 miles per hour around this track until the very end now. Oh, got a slight wobble there as I got hit. That shouldn't have messed me up though. I should still easily get to 29 miles, if not 29.8. Okay, so I'm into fourth. I'm on lap 8. There we go, 20 miles done. Definitely have at least 25 miles left in this car. There's third. That's second. There we go, that's first. So that will kick in the free engineer and the agent for double fame on top of double fame. Now I will just fall short of completing this lap. I said it's 5 to 10 minutes. I think it's about 12 minutes from start to end, this particular endurance. There we go. 29.83. Is that enough to take my fame up a level? Ooh. So one more. I reckon one more will do it. So I'll do that again, and that'll be me going up a fame level. I'm not going to apply an engineer because I know I only need to do this one more time. So do the same again. Select the agent, hire for free just by playing an advert. I'll turn the sound down. And that's it. That'll be one of my 2 remaining targets going up a fame level, and then it'd be on to the BMW exclusive series. All right, there we go. Let's collect 66 gold. Volume up. Let's see if I can do better than 29.83. Oh, I messed up there. Not to worry. Should have held back, but not to worry. Enrico in the chat has put, you can get 60,000 fame. Four laps of Le Mans isn't too bad. Okay. Don't you find one lap of Le Mans, though, is a bit too much? I mean, the thing about this is even though all you do is you're going fast, is at least you're overtaking cars. I find the problem with Le Mans is once you're in the lead, it gets boring. So 10 laps of Le Mans is good for earning fame, for sure, but it just gets boring. But when it's quadruple points, it is, I understand it is worthwhile doing. But I thought I'd do it this way because it's achievable. And it's fun, and it breaks up the monotony of doing a Le Mans track, which, as I say, I just find that track boring, even though it earns you such a lot of fame. So even though I've been a bit untidy on this particular race here, I still reckon I'll get 28 miles at least, and that should take me over the next fame level. But let's find out. Okay. 16 miles. Four more laps and I will be in first place. So that's fourth. And that's third. Second. Got enough time to go round again. There we go, first again. I do find this one of the easier endurance races to win, even if you're up against human opponents. So as it stands, I probably won't get up to 28 miles. Oh, I will break it there. That'll do 27.46 that time. And there we go. Upper level, fame earned, plenty of gold earned. 66 gold. I'll service the car now. So Enrico has put, yeah, the 10 laps is really boring. That's why I suggested doing only the 4-lap race. Yeah. I'm not arguing. I agree with what you're saying, but I think what it is now is because you get the 10-lap race. Every time I do a Le Mans race, it's all boring now. But there we go. The point is, I've gone up a fame level. I couldn't do today with having that 100% fame on all races and not go up a fame level. So I have at least achieved that. That was one of the goals for today. So now let's go back into Road Collection, into the exclusive section, and it's the BMW M3 E30. It's at 64%. I want to take this to 75% at the very least. So I'm going to go left to right in terms of doing the races. I believe there are 2 cups left only, and everything else is either one of the short races, so autocross, speed snap, or drag race, or it's a mixture of either speed record or head-to-head. So lots of smaller races, which is why I wanted to make sure that I'd got the fame upgrade before attempting this, because I'm not really going to earn a great deal with short races. So first up, autocross. And having spent all of this stream racing very fast cars, I've now got a little bit of a slower car. Okay, so that is a first. That was a bit close, but I did do it. So that's a first. So that's another tier completed. Tier 7, head-to-head. The Bugatti circuit, and as all head-to-heads should be, it's one lap. No head-to-head should be more than one lap. Okay, so there we go. So I'm in first, 50 yards up on second. Just a case of keeping there. Tier 7 completed. I'm up to 67%. On to Tier 8. 2 very small races to be had. The Speed Snap and the Drag Race. Let's see how we get on. I probably could do with putting a light on. It's gone really dark all of a sudden. I don't think I'm going to anywhere near. No, 135. Still managed to get second though. We'll take that. We'll take that. Second place. We'll take that. It's just a case of getting up to 75%. Excuse me. Okay, 69%. Next, the drag race. I'm not sure if this is one of those cars where you do like one gear change. Oh, good grief. Three gear changes. Oh well, I did get first, so that's at least third overall. I always like doing an early shift on the first to second gear. At least second. Oh, it's not looking good for first though. No. We'll end it there. So that's a second again. So that's 2 seconds. Okay. What have we got on? So 70%. What have we got on tier 9? Autocross. See, definitely an idea to save all the little races towards the end. Makes it a lot easier to get up to 75%. Okay, but the autocross, I do get first in. %72% at tier 9. So tier 12. Again, 2 very quick races. So autocross first. If I get up to 75%, I may move on to do the cups that are available. So we've been going now 2 hours, 12 minutes. So it does look like being a 2 hour, 30-minute stream. And I've probably messed that up. Yeah, completely. So that's a second. A third second. There we go. But I still move closer to that 75% target in today's stream. There we go, 73% overall. So potentially the opportunity of hitting 75% with this speed snap. So 114 miles per hour is what I've got to hit. Again, didn't do particularly well there. Yeah, 5th. Okay, let's have another go at that. Let's have another go. Messed up again. Not surprised. Let's try again. Plenty of opportunity, so let's suffer together. See if I can get this right. It's now down to 111. Oh dear, that's terrible. 4th. Oh dear. I am not doing very well at this one. A lot of people say the slower car, they can do better with the slower cars, but I am not one of those people. I definitely do a lot worse with a slower car. Yeah, still don't think I got that right. 4th. I might just leave that then. Fine. If you don't want me to complete that, I'll move on. I'll just do that in an offline mode where it'd be easier to complete. So, head to head. I do like my head to head, so it looks like a head to head will take me above 75%. Okay, there we go. There we go. So that's a first. Is that above 75% though? It is. So that's my gold total for today, which is technically speaking day 7. but my gold total is 657. So if my target was 70 gold a day, that's closer to 9.5 days rather than 7. So I'm quite happy with that. I think what we'll do is end it there for the moment, because there'll be plenty more tomorrow. So just a summary of obviously what we've done. We've talked initially about the two cars that are available for upgrades. Neither of these cars have an exclusive series. So I don't think there's any point in taking those cars to 100% in terms of upgrades, even though you've got 45% discount on those. I think it is all about what reward you get back in the game for the upgrades that you apply to cars. So for me, the Porsche 911 GT3 RS is as upgraded as it needs to be in terms of achieving the series it's in. But I would advise for yourselves, have a look at that car. I would obviously always say don't purchase a car even with a high discount. There are exceptions to that. I'm specifically talking about cars that are purchased with gold. Definitely stay away from that. Maybe some of the cars that are very cheap in terms of gold, a 50% discount might, you might look at that and go, that might be okay, especially if the car itself isn't available to win. But these two cars have both been available to win in the past, and I'm sure they'll be available in a flashback event to win. So I wouldn't look at purchasing the cars outright if you don't own them, and I would only look at applying upgrades if they help you achieve completing the series that they are in. I've decided to do it for the Orica 07 LMP2, but I've only applied a total of 4 upgrades, of which only 3 of them required gold. So all in all, I think I've spent a total of 192 gold. Might have been a bit less than that in the end, to be fair. I think I said it was at 189. So 189 gold, and I've got the potential of getting, I think it's 31 back. So overall, the car has only cost me 158, which isn't too bad overall when you consider other cars and how much they cost. There is an additional benefit by doing the Orica 07 LMP2, and that is the fact that it's the big car in the time trial. So I've been able to take advantage of that, and I have now moved up into Group C. You may be a better racer than me. So if you are on the edge of B and you've got some upgrades to have on that car that might push you into A, look at the difference between B and A. 200 could be a calculation to be had there, that even though you might spend 150 gold, but it pretty much guarantees you getting into Group A, getting you 200 gold. There's an argument to do that, but those cases will be few and far between. For me, it's four upgrades in total, 3 of them being gold. I'll be able to complete the series it's in, and it has enabled me to move up from Group D, 25 gold, to Group C, 50 gold. Not brilliant business, but not bad business. Multiplayer, again, I'm already up to 6 gold. I'm 1 point off getting to 7 gold. I might have a go at seeing if I can go all the way as high as 8 or 9 gold, but more racing on that tomorrow. So both this and that I will look to race tomorrow. Now, the one thing that I haven't talked about, which I probably had planned to race today, but I'm not going to bother now, is the Bugatti Bolide. And the reason why I'm not bothering racing is simply by not setting a faster time, and so many people racing in this event and setting a slower time than me. And because each group is based on a percentage, not based on your time, I am now so close to moving from being in the top 10% to the top 5% in Group C. And that's simply to do with how many people have this car now or are setting times in that car for the first time, and their time is not as quick as mine. So I think it was on Saturday, I set a time that was 0.250 seconds away from Group C. I've not set a fastest lap, and yet now I find myself only 0.025 seconds away from Group C. My expectation is when we have a look at this tomorrow, I will be in Group C for this particular event. And again, it's another car that I don't have fully upgraded. 23 out of the 28 upgrades applied. Right, I'm gonna have to. I can't remember the some of the details that we've done, so let me just have a quick reminder. Okay, there we go. Right, so motorsports all the way across to the endurance prototypes. Obviously, by upgrading the Eureka 07 LMP2 in the LMP2 2023 season that it's in, I've taken that to 97%. I'll do the final cup tomorrow and I'll earn 31 gold. In addition, road collection. So when we started, I had 2 cars that were available in exclusive series. I've taken the Porsche 963 LMDH exclusive series to 100%. So that's now been completed. I'm not sure if it will show me if I go there. No, as always, never does. And I've taken the BMW M3 E30 to 75%. So all in all, a pretty good day of gold collection. Yes, I've spent some, but I've also acquired a considerable amount as well. And in terms of my target of 70 gold a day, I'm still well ahead. I'm effectively 2.5 days ahead. And that will continue tomorrow, because in tomorrow's live stream, I'll look to take the BMW to 100%, which will be 14 gold if I succeed. I'll look to take the LMP to 2023 season series to 100%, and that'll be 31 gold. I'll be getting my reward for my weekly time trial, which should be 50 gold as well. So it keeps me well above the 70 gold per day. After that, though, things do start to dry out, but hopefully I'll be in a good enough position to have over 1,000 gold for when the next release of Real Racing 3 is available on the 13th of January. Okay, so there we go. That's the racing for today. Right, there we go. So it's been a bit of a long one. It's coming in at just shy of 2.5 hours. Nice bit of racing, nice bit of gold earning, good enough for me. Even though I'm not one of the best players, I'm more of a strategic player in terms of just maximizing how I spend my gold and how I win races, as opposed to having the racecraft that a lot of drivers out there do have. But I've always been more of a strategist in terms of games than racecraft. But I seem to be doing okay. I'm not doing too badly. So there will be a live stream tomorrow. It is New Year's Eve. So I will be celebrating. So I have no idea what time the stream will be in it tomorrow. There will be one. I suspect it'll be later on in the day, probably between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. Not entirely sure at this moment in time, but I will obviously schedule the stream in advance. So hopefully everyone will get a notification. So all that it remains for me to do is, in terms of what's left of your day, have a very good one. I hope the new year for you all starts with celebration, and I want to say a bang, but all I mean by that is it starts at an incredible pace. Yeah, so until tomorrow, so there will be a live stream tomorrow. I hope you guys are able to join, but until then, thank you all, Thanks for the comments in the chats. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.